it's your young auntie, Miss Coy here, and I've just been showcased on the Showcase Spotlight.
It's your time to shine. It's your time to shine. Welcome to the Showcase. Yeah. Stay on your grind. Stay on your grind. Welcome to the
making my way through, busting my way through, burning my way through like a ball of fire.
Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of the Showcase Spotlight, okay? I'm your host, Aria the Boss, and today we are bringing you the beautiful Coy.
Hey everybody, thank you, darling. I appreciate being here.
Yes, y'all can see my smile. Like, I'm so happy to have her here today. But y'all will understand by the end of the episode why I love her so much and how influential she is. Okay, so before we get into that, tell us. How about you today? What's going on?
I'm blessed and won't complain. It's a great day to have a great day and have a great day on purpose and in purpose. So.
Okay, look, she already dropping gems already. I told y'all to be in for a treat. Okay. So just tell us a little bit about who you are, what you do. Give us an insight, because she is multi-talented. She has a lot of things going on. Talk to us.
All right. Well, I am your favorite young auntie, Miss Coy here, and I call myself a multi-hyphenate. There's a lot of different things I like to do from experience and whatnot. I've done photography, I do YouTube, I podcast, which I really enjoy doing.
Yeah.
A part of my heart passion song is Black Women, Everything Black Women. So for like the last 7 years, I've been dedicating myself to get my bachelor's degree in psychology with a minor in African American studies.
Okay.
And I'll be walking across that good old stage come June 2nd, 2022.
Yes.
So here for the graduation. Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
But other than that, I'm an open book, so ask me whatever you want to know.
Okay, well, she put me on the spot. She said, listen, are you going to host or not?
Listen, I'm an open book. Nothing's off the table.
Yes. Okay, well, first of all, congratulations.
Thank you, dear.
We actually had the privilege to go to school together, and have classes together, and that's how I know that she is one smart, intelligent, educated Black woman, and I am definitely so proud of you.
Thank you,
so
sweet.
proud of you.
Appreciate you.
Okay, so now you said young auntie. That's what you are. Okay, so tell us a little bit about your nephew or your niece, and how your auntie journey has been going.
Well, so the Young Aunties podcast is actually a platform together where I started to think about my close circle group. So it actually was inspired by one of my really close friends. I call all my female friends not my friends, but my sisters. And so I call my group of friends, not my group of friends, my tribe. So a couple years back, my tribe sister, Bria, who is fabulous businesswoman, she is like, literally my friends are my push, like you're my push, like to be on my grind. So she's my push, and she had a honoring your hustle, where she honored 6 of her close friends with a beautiful dinner. She gave us these lovely plaques. And it really was just a space of sistership and sisterhood. We talked about a plethora of things. And I started thinking about, I really enjoyed this vibe. I really enjoyed creating this kind of space, being in this kind of space. And we're millennials. We're the next generation of elders. You know what I'm saying? So we are the new generation of aunties. We are the new generation of uncles, where I believe we're old enough that we know better, but we're young enough to still learn. So that's kind of what the Young Aunties is about, a space of women and men of all kind of experiences, walks of life, ages, coming together to share wisdom, because I genuinely believe knowledge is power, and wisdom is the best kind of power you can have.
Yes. Yeah. I told you. And that is true. What you know will take you to that next level, even if that what you know is who you know. So just having that knowledge on how to get there, and also surround yourself around people who have that same mentality is so important.
Absolutely.
So all right, so this whole concept basically came from you getting exposure to a new world, or was this something that was like always brewing, in your mind, in the back of your mind?
It's always been brewing. I love Black women for real. So I've always wanted to create a space that catered to our needs, whether that be psychologically, physically, mentally. We need a space. We deserve an exclusive space. But when I brought in, I kind of sat back. I said, being Black is not a monolith, but being melanin is no longer a monolith either. So there are other melanated women who have stories to tell and experience to show, and you cool in my book. So it was always a thing. I love Black women. I want to help Black women, and my passion is really young Black girls. Really young Black girls.
Okay, all right, and because you mentioned like wisdom, and that wisdom being what it takes to excel and get to that next level, even in self.
Yeah.
Is it that you want to create these aunties to speak to these young women, or are you eventually preparing these young women to become aunties? Like, how are you really gearing that, or is it both ways?
It's both ways. Honestly, the young aunties, everybody's a young auntie, everybody's an uncle. Everybody is somebody to somebody. Somebody's looking up to you. Somebody's seeking you for guidance. Your friends coming to you for advice is not just because they like to hear you talk. They actually honor what you say. Yeah. And so when no matter how young you are, you can be wise. I've heard some of the wisest things come out of children's mouths. And you have to be willing to take that in and be able to decipher and discern what's the meat and what's the bones. You know what I'm saying? So for me, it's always about understanding you are of value. Your story is of value to somebody. And your test is a testimony. It's meant for somebody else. You know what I'm saying? I will never ever stand 10 toes down and say I made it anywhere without God. That's one. But number two, without the experiences that I've had and the family and support that I've had, because I learned from my elders. I love my elders with a genuine passion. So whenever I get to talk to God, blessed she's still here, 85 turning 86-year-old great aunt.
Wow.
I ask questions. I want to know. I need to know, because there's a little girl somewhere. I say, hey, Auntie Coy, hey, Miss Coy, what's going on? And I'm in, wanting to be a substitute teacher. So it's like putting myself in different spaces where I have an accountability partner, whether I talk to them or not.
Yes. Y'all already know what I'm going to say. And I really just love that initiative because, as a young African American, girl, I didn't have that, and, as much as, I had an amazing support system, it is definitely difficult in those situations to know what questions to ask. What are you looking for as far as advice? So to give that wisdom at an early age so they can seek these answers, they can seek, that counsel is so amazing. Yeah. And you mentioned something about God, first and foremost, whatever you call it, whatever you call him, the creator, the higher power, we just so happen to call him God. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful experience when you're able to give yourself up and know that there's more out there.
That's my ultimate accountability partner.
Yes, girl. Listen.
You gotta, I get what's going on with today's day and age, and everybody's out for self, but you have to have somebody that holds you accountable. You cannot move recklessly. It's dangerous.
Yes. Move without that wisdom.
It's dangerous.
Move without that wherewithal.
Yeah.
It is dangerous and very self-destructive. So I just love that. I love that. And on a lighter note, outside of inspiring and, getting that message out, what are some things that you like to do, like on your downtime, like on, in the in-between?
Well, Beyonce should have had me as a backup in Homecoming because I was here with it. You understand? But
Beyonce, you were missing that.
That's not my calling, But in my downtime, I like to dance. I like to have a good time. Okay. I like to spend a lot of time outside in nature. Like, I think I'm real sensitive to the environment or whatever. So when it's like cloudy, I'm feeling away. But when it's sunny, I'm outside. I'm addicted to vitamin D. So I am always outside sunbathing, getting this melanin more glorious. And just I love doing that. That's what I like to do in my downtime, is spread joy and make other people laugh. So I make myself laugh every day after devotions, like a it's like a regiment.
And I'm telling you, we was in class together. We were focused, but this girl is a comedian, and I'm telling you, on the low, she really, really is low high key, right? And by low high key, I mean like she's very subtle, but it's very obvious how outgoing and comical she is. That's what I mean by that. But okay, so you like to dance. You like to dance, okay? And I actually
voguing.
Oh, Vogue.
Yes,
you like to?
I'm working on it. I'm working on my drop. I'm working on it. My legs, my thighs getting with the program.
So what about voguing do you like? Like, what about voguing speaks to you?
Oh, man. Honestly, and I'm not even a professional dancer, right? But, like, I love to watch. Like, it's a freedom. Like, you're not you're not constricted to how you're gonna move. It's literally how the music's moving you, and it's about feeling good and looking good. And if you feel good, it don't matter if it actually works. It doesn't even matter if it's choreographed. It's literally like I do it for fun. And on my weight loss journey, like about 2.5, 3 years ago, when I was more than 300 pounds. A big way that I lost weight was dancing. I wasn't I wasn't in classes, I wasn't at the gym, I wasn't counting calories, I was dancing. I was outside purposely in the sun the whole day dancing.
Wow, I love that. I love that. You see, she's such a free spirit, even though she's a very serious and educated woman about a plethora of topics. She still has such a goofy and silly side about her, and and comical side, and that's what I love, and this is the auntie that I would love to have. This is the auntie that I would want, guiding me and encouraging me through life. So, great job on being an example of what you're saying you want to do.
Thank you.
And real quick, we're going to cut to a commercial break. Stay tuned.
Hi, my name is Tommy with Righteous Minds Entertainment. We design print promotional products such as business card labels, flyers, brochures, and menus. We also create promotional videos with animation or live commercials. Contact us for all your promotional needs. Contact us on social media here on my right, or scan our QR code on my left. We are Righteous Minds Entertainment.
You need righteous minds for your production and printing. Contact Righteous Minds for all of your printing. Business cards, flyers, and posters. You need it, we got it. Yeah, you know we about it. Yeah, all of your video and audio production. You need business cards, we got them. Yeah, we provide everything that you need. Yeah, Righteous Minds. You know we got everything that you need.
Welcome back, everybody. So I just want to ask y'all real quick before we get into some podcasts from Koi. You get to see a little bit about what she's doing. What can we expect from you coming up? Okay. And where can we find you on all platforms?
Okay, well, actually, there's a really exciting business venture I want to talk about. Okay. Recently, I have just started the vending machine business in that whole field, but specifically, I'm honing in on feminine hygiene product machines. So there's a whole entire thing with that. It's called Like the Fish Premium Vending, coming to a local something near you, whether that be your school, your local grocery store, your mall. There's plethora of opportunity. It's also a nonprofit organization initiative in that to give supplies of feminine hygiene quality to all those that are impoverished that we don't think about, because like the slogan of my business is see the need, feel the need, and filling the need unseen. So it's a situation where making sure to hone in on those areas where there is a need, because period poverty, a lot of people don't know about. It's what we experienced in schools, what a lot of women will understand is when you went to school and your menses started and you didn't feel comfortable going to the nurse to ask, you didn't have an emergency kit in your bag. And it wasn't in the day where we felt we could go, hey, yo, what you got in your locker? But I was that person. I kept different things in my locker that certain people knew about, but it wasn't what the school had. And I know period poverty is still happening now. So I just want to try and make a little bit of a difference with that. So that's what that is.
Listen, we're not even trying to make a difference.
That's what that is.
You're already making that difference.
You're
just
right.
By fulfilling that idea, that vision that God has put in your head. Mm-hmm. Just by you starting that plan and making that initiative, you're already making change. There's already a future out there where people are thanking you, and you got a statue, and people are on stage for you.
You gonna make
yes,
me cry?
no. Listen, you are so needed. This woman is amazing.
Thank
you. I can't wait till you have to come back on the show. She has to
of
come
course.
back.
Second season of Young Aunties is also coming back. Stay tuned for that.
Okay. See, she's throwing a little curveball.
I'm sorry.
All right. So when you finish with that initiative and you put it out there, please, we'll help you make a commercial. We'll definitely we love you here, and we definitely want to see you win for sure. Yes, of course. Now before we head out of here, you said the second season is coming out. So tell us about the second season and then where we can find you.
So second season is definitely going to be covering some more up-to-date hot topics in the Black community space, way more open when it comes down to getting to the nitty gritty because I want the wisdom to come through. But of course, a light, fun space because I'm an auntie and a cousin of somebody, and I'm a clown all the time. So definitely that, but creating more, extending that as a platform. That's also someone hush hush. But that is actually on Instagram. It's at the Young Auntie Podcast, and it's AUNTY podcast. So it's THEYOUNGAUNTY podcast. And my personal Instagram, which you can kind of keep up with me on my day to day, is miss.coy, like the fish, like I tell everybody. It's K as in kite, O as in olive, I as in ice cream, Ryan _ So I think I said that right. I'm gonna double check.
All right, and it'll be here as well. Y'all will be able to see it at the bottom of the screen, so they'll be able to definitely tune in with you. I just want to thank you so much for being here, so much for gracing us with your presence. And you are all gonna see a rollout of a few episodes from Koi's amazing podcast, and we'll see you next time.
Bye. Thank you so much for having me.
Of course.
Yeah, that's my whole child. But no, like, are two beautiful young women that honestly I've sat back over the last 2 years as an admirer of their hustle, their grind, their stories. And in honor of International Women's Day, which today is, I felt it would be best, and that's why the name of this episode is You Survive to Thrive, because I have a feeling, and I go with my feelings not too often, but these two young women have survived and have thrived in the midst of what others would have collapsed under pressure, would have given up, would have, become bitter or resentful. And instead they chose to, as one of them is the CEO of the company, turn their pain into power. Without further ado, it is my honor and my pleasure to introduce to the fam your two aunties here, Auntie Bria, the CEO of Spicy Hair Care, and our Auntie Amber, our AKA Nikki go-to, period, for everything Nikki. CEO, mover, power, entrepreneur. Amber, y'all, what is up, ladies? Welcome to the podcast. Thank you so much for stopping by.
Yes, I'm surprised Amber didn't do the thing. The thing you do.
I was waiting for her. There it is.
I almost did. But she was talking. I was just like, I don't want to purr while talking.
Oh my God. No, that is your signature now.
Yo, it has always been. I was waiting for it. I knew it was coming. I knew I was going to say something about Nikki on purpose.
You knew what you was doing.
Okay.
How are y'all doing? How is everything? It's been a year since, y'all have hung out, but it's been a year, since I've seen y'all at the same time. So what's up? Catch me up. What's going on? I've been watching like a stalker on Instagram, but, it's love. It's all love.
No, it's been good. I think, honestly, the pandemic has shown how, creative everybody can be, and how inspired everybody has been with their hustles and different side things going on. So it's been very cool to watch, honestly. Even with, you and your podcast, from doing YouTube to now a podcast, I think it's really, really dope.
That's something I'm going to get y'all opinion on a little bit later, because something been happening and I'm just like, I don't know what to do with it. But Amber, go ahead.
I've just been, I've been working with Sus as usual, and I rebranded Pain Into Power is no longer Pain Into Power. We leveled up now. So we're pulling out the beast within. So I rebranded. That's why for months y'all didn't see not a damn post on that page. I just had to do it. And you know what? I feel like this is me embracing all of me, because I'm not, how do I say this? Can I curse? I'm not a prissy bitch. So none of us are prissy bitches, you know what I'm saying? Like, we're survivors. And a lot of time when people hear Pain Into Power, they make it, they hear the pain and they're just like, oh my God. And it's just like, I don't want that anymore. Like, I never wanted that. Like, I told my story, me and Bria told our stories together for the very first time publicly. We told our stories so y'all could see us heal. This isn't, woe me, poor me. We're not victims anymore. We're survivors now. We're CEO now. Like, we're boss bitches now. That chapter's done. We pulled out the beast within, and with this pandemic and how everybody has literally been just becoming their best selves is so amazing to see. We're all on beast mode, you know what I'm saying? So this time around, it's embracing everybody's strong side.
I agree.
No,
seriously. No, I was
just
talking probably like a few hours ago, even just about, how excited I was to hop on the podcast, but also how you said said, Amber, when we did the podcast with you talking about like our stories and everything, I was very, very hesitant to talk. And I didn't even share as much as I wanted to because at the time I wasn't ready. But, you know, now, like you said, everyone is in a completely different chapter. Everyone is comfortable with themselves and feels super powerful, especially me. Like, I'm at a point now where I'm so fine talking about my experience and overcoming that situation. So definitely just to piggyback off of that.
I think that actually is a perfect segue.
Have you ever had a live round in your face? I don't think they had the stress of a federal case. And I couldn't tell the world cause these niggas fake. Made it days for that thing. It was more than fake. I've been getting 9 takes until I get my mama place on the hills. Have you ever had a live round in your face? I don't think they had the stress of a federal case. 2014, sis was facing more than 8. And I couldn't tell the world cause these niggas fake. Later days prove that theory, it was more than fate. Trust none, get the money, nothing to contemplate. I've been getting, I ain't chasing till I get my mama place. On the hilltop, watch me put my diamonds in her face. Pull up to my shows in them big wheels. I've been on the move, I can't sit still. Palms that you know I gotta kill it, it's like 10 till. Family getting sick, I'm up in Cali, tell them get well. Hands in the clouds, but I can see well. Bro just called a case, 100 racks for him to post bill. Plus he got a shorty, he cannot fail. I just caught your call, I'm on the way, don't need the details. I've been living in some dark days, but you can't tell. Talking to my pops, thinking about his advice. He say if you wanna do it, then you gotta do it right. So I do it to the fullest, lead the whip, it's a flight. And my hair feeling heavy, so we leaving tonight. In Jamaica with the plantains, beans, and rice. Good ganja, I don't think it's a vice. If you living how I live, it'll do you right. It's a blessing and a curse, but we call it life. Have you ever had a live round in your face? I don't think they had the stress of a federal case. 2014, sis was facing more than 8. And I couldn't tell the world cause these niggas fake. Later days prove that theory, it was more than fate. Trust none, get the money, nothing to contemplate. I've been getting, I ain't chasing till I get my mama place. On the hilltop, watch me put my diamonds in her face. Pull up to my shows in the big, up to my shows in the big, up to my shows in the big.
Now, you mentioned that it was an art modeling show, right? So you are an artist. Yes. Okay, so tell us how you became an artist and what does like creating art mean like to you?
So when I was like 16 years old, I had an art teacher. He's in graphic design. My graphic design teacher was like, "You're a good artist," and I thought I was terrible. Like I only drew anime characters and Sonic characters, and I was like, "Dude, I'm not that good." Like, what do you mean? And he's like, "No. You got talent and you got grit. You know what I mean? You put in the extra effort, even though like you don't know what you're doing. You put up that extra 110%. So that extra 110% would like take you places. You know what I mean? The extra effort that you put, even if it's not like the best, you really put in your effort, and people see that. You know what I mean? And they recognize that you're trying your best. Yeah. And you keep improving as you go. So as you keep going, I'm telling you, you're gonna make it somewhere. And he recommended me to join this mural program, Jersey City Mural Arts Program. Yeah. And I was like the student for the first 2 years, and then I became an assistant to the director of the program, and then eventually I became an assistant teacher at that program, and I started teaching kids too.
It's your time to shine. It's your time to shine. Welcome to the showcase. Yeah. Stay on your grind. Stay on your grind. Welcome to the showcase. Busting my way through, burning my way through like a ball of fire.